there is quite a few complications, around you as parents between yourself and Christine. If you're going to have, say, custody being yourself.
Yeah, I already have full custody, so,
yeah.
It's
the issue is disputable, isn't it?
It isn't, actually, according to the law.
There is, on the face of it, a valid Californian order for sole custody.
Yeah.
That's being violated by your country, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
true.
And the truth shall set you free!
How do you intend to promote co-parenting with Christine?
There will be no co-parenting of any kind. She has tried to have me killed, and she's tried to kill him. She will have nothing to do with either of our lives.
But do you understand that Christine also comes up with the same allegations to say you've also...
Right, she has allegations and no evidence to show for it. That's the difference. She just runs her mouth. I have evidence and police reports. I could say anything in the world about her. She could say anything in the world about me. Who cares? I'd love to know why you guys believe her. Well, I know the Coventry City Council already said that Christine is not credible, because she's consistently made allegations against the council and the foster care, saying that you're all trying to kill my son. That's how stupid it is. You guys dismiss her allegations if it's against you people, but if it's against me, we better take this serious. It's ridiculous.
You have actually seen your son isn't being killed, isn't it?
Huh?
And I said, you have actually seen your son isn't being killed.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah.
I know he's being put in danger, but he hasn't been killed yet.
Yeah. I don't think he will get killed.
We don't know.
David.
All she could have done all it takes is a quick action. She had him in her arms, had to be pried out of her arms. She could have done anything real quick. He's only 2 years old. He's pretty fragile. She could have easily done that, and she was put in a position to do it. We're lucky she didn't. She said if she lost custody, she would kill him and herself. And her own mother testified to that in Oklahoma in official court records. That's what's so frustrating, is that the official record says this, this, and this, and yet it's treated equally to her mere word. And that's stupid.
Would you think she probably would level the same allegations, so maybe come up with the same argument to you to say, if in some of the records that she has shown that you encouraged her to abort?
I encouraged her to have an abortion. Yeah, that's not murder. So, I don't know why you'd even say that.
What will be the impact of your son not ever seeing his mother again?
He'll be safer and happier. And I know that because since he was taken from her, he's never mentioned her once. He's never said mum, mommy, mama, nothing. And that's according to his foster care.
Social worker that he first had, Nadine, like when she used to go, he used to kiss her, and she said to me, it's really funny because he doesn't do that with mum. Doesn't kiss her at all.
She's never heard him mention his mother, but when I'm not around, he cries for me.
You phoned Dad. This is what I get. Phone Dad.
That's a good boy.
You phoned Daddy.
Oh.
Oh, Dad.
I know. We're going to see you Thursday.
See you Thursday.
And soon you're going to be home. You're going to be with Daddy all the time, okay?
Oh, he's absolutely shattered. His eyes are terrible. Got to turn the
No,
camera
she's fixing
around.
it. It's okay, Keanu. I'm right here. See? There we go. There we go.
Get
Hey,
back like that. There we go.
you be a good boy, okay? Yeah. I'm your dad.
Give Daddy a big smile, because Daddy needs to know you're okay.
And I know your country, for whatever reason, thinks that the mother should always be in the child's life, no matter what, even if she's a homicidal, psychotic maniac. She also abducted him and then tried to do it again.
They're really extreme circumstances where, a parent might be deprived of their child,
Like
or
this one.
seeing their child because of mental health. But other than that, as much as possible, even if you become the main carer,
I will.
having visitation rights or contact rights might be something.
She's welcome to go to court.
Maybe.
She can go to court. This has already been resolved in the United States. When he comes back here, she has zero custody rights. And she's wanted, and she's going to go to prison. She's threatened to murder the cops that investigated her. She emailed them threatening to kill them. And if she wants to try to gain partial custody or visitation rights, she's welcome to go to court, and we'll hash that out in court. But I already know in advance it won't happen. And it doesn't matter what the UK thinks about that, because he will end up back in this country one way or another. And if he's in this country, he comes to me. And that's according to our laws. As soon as he's on American soil, he's with his father.
If she's gonna have any visitation rights, she has to go to court. And on the other hand, I can see, the two of you didn't start litigation now. It's been going on for.
We're not in
some
litigation
time.
right now. In the United States, it's done. There is no ongoing custody case. I have full custody already.
What do you think is the impact of such strain on the parents, on Christian, on your son?
If she tried to go to court, the judge will throw it out. It has to be a lawful appeal. I have been assured already by the courts here that ain't happening.
What I'm talking about is
The impact on him.
The impact.
Yeah, there won't be any impact though, because this isn't going to be further
Because,
litigated.
because that will have strain on you. That will have strain on Christine. But what impact does that have on your son? Or what do you think are the risks that come with that?
The risk is that if he is around her, he could very well be abducted again or be killed.
Yeah.
So the idea that I would
that's
put
one
him in
thing.
any kind of jeopardy again is absurd. And anyone that tries to suggest that I should have him around his mother can fuck off. She is a dangerous homicidal maniac. Why the fuck would anyone put a child in the same room as her? Why is this even a discussion?
It is a discussion.
Well, maybe she's homicidal
maybe
and a
because-
maniac and
yeah.
psychotic, but when do the excuses end for her?
You're both parents. You're both parents.
She's dangerous. You're encouraging the idea that I should entertain him being put in danger again. I'm not going to endanger my son, and I will not listen to that suggestion being made again. Do not make it again.
No, I'm not making the suggestion. This is where, because the reason why we are having this discussion is because I need to have a clear point of what
I've made
things
my
will
point.
look like and what.
It would be
No, you
dangerous
make your
for
point.
him to be around her again. Therefore, I am not going to encourage him being around her again. And the impact on my son will be that he is safer for it. His safety is primary. It's tragic he won't be able to have a sane, decent, safe mother around. It's a shame. That's on her, not me. My job is to make sure that he's alive, and that means not letting him anywhere near her.
I don't know whether this is has been is always how you put yourself across.
I know we always focus on my demeanor,
Yeah.
My demeanor is because I've been constantly told that, hey, we should make sure that both parents are in his life, even though the other one is homicidal, dangerous, neglectful, abusive, etc., etc. And I'm sick of hearing it. I don't want to hear that again. What is wrong with you people? I am defending my son passionately because I actually have emotions. If she were a healthy, normal fucking person, then maybe she could be around him. I'd entertain that, but she's actively tried to have me murdered.
The police records about the plot to get you killed. Have they been filed with the UK before?
The police investigated this. It's on their record. She even called the police, and in the police logs, she told them she's going to kill me and explained how she's going to do it. Do you understand? She's trying to have me killed. That's according to police records, not me. Police records. Why would I let her anywhere near my child? Or around me, for that matter? Did you read the police records? Have you read about this?
I have seen a police record where there's been talk about murder, but about killing, but it wasn't clear whether this reference was actually for you or for Christian.
My name is directly mentioned. And this is the kind of incompetence that is really upsetting to me, because this is important. This is important. This is about protecting and saving lives here. Next question.
David, the thing is that
don't make excuses. I don't want to hear excuses.
I'm not making excuses. I've never had this conversation with you before, but that's why I'm having that conversation with you.
But you've read the records, so you should already know the answer. It was a silly question. Why would you ask about me having, what about the impact on Christian to be around, to not have his mother in his life? Yeah, that's unfortunate. But why would I allow him to be around a homicidal person? Christine's own mother is on court record testifying that she will kill him. Do you understand that? Does that not register?
No,
him.
I hear what you're saying.
Did you read that? Do you think I'm making this up? Because if you did read it, then you know she shouldn't be around him. And this is why I really don't feel safe with him being in your country. Because you guys don't seem to understand how dangerous this woman is.
So, going back to the issue of, temperament, David, I was just thinking, okay, I know Christine doesn't agree with you. That's why, or anyone who doesn't agree with you, you become really upset about it.
False.
And,
it's okay if it's a matter of opinion, okay? If someone has a different opinion than me, I am very accepting of that. That's okay with me. What is not acceptable is when it's blatantly defying the evidence. Actual evidence. You don't put children around dangerous people. That should be understood. And a social worker who has this authority over my son is saying this kind of stuff, this insane drivel. That's really alarming to me. Because when you say that, that tells me my son's in danger right now with you as his social worker. And that makes me very upset. And it should make me upset. The idea that I should be perfectly calm and just smile and nod, yes, sir, yep, yep, yep. That's ridiculous. I'm responding appropriately.
Under my care, your son is not in danger.
He's already been put in danger. So,
yeah.
You know he has, yes? When he was put in a room with her and then she assaulted someone right in front of him and exposed him to violence and trauma, he was placed in danger, was he not?
that was Christine's choice. But other than that,
But we knew she would do that.
Your son had to come for contact with mom. Mom had her own intentions.
We knew what she would do, though. That's the difference. We knew what she would do. I don't even blame her. I don't blame her, because this is what she was going to do. We knew she was going to do this. We knew she was psychotic. According to the UK court-appointed psychological evaluation of her, she's psychotic, delusional, paranoid. We know that she tried to kill his father, so she's homicidal. She's threatened to kill him. And she previously neglected and abused him. And all of this is on record. All of this is indisputable. And yet he was put in a room with her. What did you people think was going to happen?
Direct contact. I just need a nod or a shake of head, Miss Kirby, once a week. Does that sound about right?
Obviously, depending on how it all goes.
Well, yes, at a minimum once a week. At a contact centre, which will
negligent
be
motherfuckers.
Separately, with a supervisor. Contact will be conditional on the mother observing the normal rules. So, but I think we have to see whether it works. And if it works, and as Miss Kirby says, Miss Hillier sat through 3 days of a stressful court hearing, behaved impeccably, and I'm going to trust her to be able to behave impeccably in contact. And you can tell the contact staff that I have indicated on the very particular facts of this case that I consider that to be sufficient. Yeah. Mr. Bond, what is it you want to say?
I just would like to strongly advise caution in reuniting these two. I don't know why we're going to play Russian roulette with this to see how it goes, because how it may go and very likely will go based on all evidence and proceedings thus far. My son will be harmed by this. And you're just gambling with this, and I think that's incredibly reckless. And it's not looking out for my son's best interest at all. His mother put a hit out to have me murdered. She almost killed him, and this isn't my opinion. This is evidenced by your own court system. So I don't know why we're almost spending this whole thing about how to reunite my abused son with his abuser. I think it's sick. But I have no power, and nobody listens to me, and nobody seems to care. So proceed in jeopardizing my son.
Thank you, Mr. Bond. So far as any risk is concerned, I am confident it can be managed by a contact supervisor. Right, Mr. Vine, back to the agenda.
The order presents a difficulty for the local authority, which we will have to try to manage.
They said there should be video contact first, not even video, just audio. Then video contact and a phase-in plan, because they knew how volatile and dangerous she was. They did recognize that. The judge didn't, and as soon as the judge disagreed, they bent over and agreed with the judge. And as a result, look what happened.
Hi! Hi, it's good to see you. Hey, sweet boy.
I'll tell you what's happened. He came, as soon as he came to the building, he associated it obviously with contact with mum.
Yeah, which had been so ill-advised, I'll tell you.
Sit down.
Oh, you had a rough time, huh? You're okay now. You're okay now. It's okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
That is directly because of negligence. It could have easily been avoidable. To act like this was a surprise is obscene.
Yeah, but you should know this contact was court-ordered, isn't it? It wasn't local.
You are not required,
even
if there's a court order, to follow that order if it will endanger a child. Just following orders, did you ever hear about the Nuremberg trials? Are you familiar with that? Just following orders is not a legal excuse. Your duty is to protect the child first.
I think that's why there were 2 staff members in the room, isn't it? To try and supervise that.
And look how that still went.
Yeah.
And look what still happened. Multiple other people had to come in to assist. Had to rush in. What if she snapped his neck? What if she threw him against a wall? Anything could have happened. And I knew he couldn't be protected from that.
The other bit as well, getting back. I know some of your responses towards me or some of your responses toward the local authority.
Is my demeanor on trial, or is it my ability to parent and my son being safe and my ability to provide?
Sorry, come again.
My demeanor should not be what's on trial.
Yeah.
Because my demeanor towards people who actively endangered my kid and are suggesting that I endanger my kid, the correct response is anger. What would you say the right response should be? Should I be happy about that?
But what makes your demeanor the subject is because you're the overall person.
You didn't say anything just now. Can you make a point?
Sorry, can I make a point?
Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is that, as a parent, you could be good at providing basic care, stability, financial, supporting your child's education, and all the whole host of things that you can do, right?
But here it comes.
But the issue of demeanor, where it comes in, is that okay, right? But you disagree with us. If you disagree, say at a time when Christian can make your son can make his own point or tell you his own viewpoints, and you don't agree with them, how do you react with them?
Right. Okay. So now we know we're having a little communication issue because you're not very good at nuance. So let me explain. There's a difference, as I already had said, between disagreeing with someone's opinion and reacting to someone that is endangering my son. And I make no apologies for expressing my anger over that, because nobody over there has apologized. No one has taken responsibility for this negligence. Plus, keep in mind, he is unlawfully being detained. I ask you now, why is my son not being returned to me right now? Why not?
Your son a decision will be made.
No, but why has he been kept from me for a year? What's the cause? I mean, like, for example, we know that he was taken from her because she neglected and abused him. We have a written report about what happened, right? He's got this damage to his teeth. He had the burn on his leg. She wasn't feeding him. He was way underweight. He was too weak to even chew food. He had to be hooked up to an IV in a hospital to get his nutrients, to get enough strength to be able to eat food. So there we go. That's why. So why is he being kept from me? So why is he being kept from me? What's the explanation?
You went to court under the Hague Convention to try and have Christian come to you, isn't it?
Why was he kept from me in the first place is the question. Why was he even kept from me at all?
He was with his mother. He is with his mother here.
No, he isn't. He's not with his mother. He has a legal appointed guardian. She's not even allowed visitation. She didn't see him for over 7 months. By choice, mind you. She was allowed remote visitation, and for 7 months she didn't even bother. Because she doesn't care about him, that's why.
But Christine hasn't been deprived of her parental responsibilities yet, isn't it? Because your son is only on an interim care order.
I'm asking, why is he on this order?
Yeah. Wait, it's because of the neglect?
From her. Yeah?
Yes.
So I'm saying, why from me? And nobody tells me. Nobody answers that question. You have to have a reason. A reason. And I'm asking for a reason. You're not giving me one. And nobody ever has. It says a lot. I'm no danger to him. I have never threatened him. I've never caused him any harm. I've done nothing at all. And I have full legal custody. He's an American. I'm an American. So what grounds does your country have to keep him from me? And nobody can answer that question. There is no lawful reason. And yet nothing happens, and this crime is allowed to continue like it's normal and okay. Unless your government's allowed to just take a kid from a parent just because. I'm pretty sure that's not allowed, right?
Definitely.
Right? Yeah. So, you need a reason. Do you have one to offer, or you're just going to ignore it? Everyone's so afraid to admit the truth. It's so funny. Everyone's so afraid. Because they think they're going to lose their job if they tell the truth. If they don't go along with this, if they're not complicit, they'll get in trouble. Okay.
Right. So, from your conversation with Laura, did she tell you what was coming up next?